And because, like, we're all family, you know? We're family. I'm like pinning up my hair as this happens. Hey, Autumn. Hey, Tommy Bling Music. Hey, Devontae. I'm just putting my hair up. I always have, y'all don't know, I am the most uncomfortable person to look at when I'm comfortable, because I will be in the most uncomfortable positions. I'm not late, Devontae. You don't know. I say 8:30-ish. There's a reason for the ish. It's that 5 minutes. That 5 minutes. That's what that's for. But I'm late. How you gonna tell me I'm late for my own show? So rude. You are so rude. I know some of y'all probably don't know what the topic is, but hey, Boss Days Freak. Hey, Miss Mo. The topic for today's episode, for anybody that doesn't know, February is Ladies Month, so all the topics are geared towards the women. And tell them, Tommy Bling, Trinidadians never late, you know, because we just start the thing, so we never late. Don't get me started, y'all know. Hi, Sultry. Yeah, so the topic, since it's Ladies Month, this Sunday's topic is body image and sex. Hi, Senya. Body image and sex is today's topic. I'm like, wait a minute, everybody. So while I wait for like other people to come in, get in where they fit in, body image. So I always say that, like, I started masturbating at a young age. I had my first orgasm at a relatively young age, but I didn't really start enjoying sex until probably my late 20s, due to body image, due to the fact that I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. So I obviously wasn't comfortable in the bedroom. Like, I was like, I don't, stop looking at me. It's jiggling. Like, I ruined moments from body image. So we've been having conversations all week about women and how they view their bodies. And so I guess my first question would be, do any of the women out there have a specific thing that they just don't like about themselves? Something specific that, like, you know, it's affected you, whether it's in how you shop, it's affected you in maybe partners that you would talk to. Because, you know, we sometimes get those, we'll go into it, but we sometimes get those men of like, you know, you pretty for a dark-skinned girl. You know, if you just lost a little bit of your belly, I'd talk to you still. Like, my belly and my tits, says Boss Daddy's Freak. Okay. Hey, Lucy. Yeah, I'd have to say, for me, it's my belly as well. Girl, this back fat can fuck up. I cannot. You know what I hate about back fat? When you're trying to wear a bikini top and people think that it's just being held up by God because you can't see the strap. Okay. Autumn says my titties, a small booty, my belly. Yeah, for me it was always my belly. Always my belly and being too tall, actually. I wanted to be fun sized. Like Princess Kira was talking about earlier. I was talking to a girl about this earlier, that when you were super tall, like from cradle, it was... See, and that's why I like having the guys in here. Devontae says, I love a belly. I didn't... Like, it wasn't until... I'm sorry, but it wasn't until talking to American men that I realized it didn't matter. Hey, Phantom. Or that it didn't matter to them, I should say. Because most guys that I've been with are the ones that mention my belly. So, Yeah, the belly is major, especially when, like, I would feel it jiggling, and I hated that feeling. I hated feeling it. I know it's true. You both are, belly protects the pussy, fupa keeps the pussy warm. I know, but that feeling of it jiggling took a long time to be okay with. That's my thing. I hated that. Sultry, yeah, Sultry says, I love my boobs, but they are ginormous and nearly impossible to find affordable bras for. I also hate that people see them before they see. Exactly. They're just focused on that. It's my butt. Love her, but so many problems. The lower half of my body has caused a lot of problems when it comes to shopping for clothes, attention being given. Jenna, I remember, like, one of our first conversations was, I think, you were somewhere in the South and, like, walking by yourself, and it was just car after car of like people honking at you, of men honking at you. After having my son, I'm aware I have mommy boobs. See, and I never knew those things were a thing. Yeah, okay, so Tommy Blay Music says, tranny men love women with a little meat. And so growing up, I was like a stick. I was trying to see if I could find a kitty picture, but no. I was a stick figure. And my mom and my aunts, who I thought were like my definitions of beauty, they were all big and voluptuous. And you know, West Indians, like, they're dancing, they're whining, they don't care what's showing. They are in a two-piece, and it doesn't matter what's hanging in and hanging out. And Trinidadian men are going, it didn't matter what that man looked like. He could have been tall, short, skinny, fat. They went for bigger women. Well, the black ones did. I'm half Indian, so we won't even talk about the Indians. But anyways, yeah, so I always thought being big was the standard of being sexy until you are put in a North American country, like Canada, like the States, that we're being judged by European standards. Devontae, I'm 5'10" and a half. Like, I'm in between 5'10" and 5'11". I think on my driver's license says 5'11", though. I think they go up. When they round up. I hate that I have mommy boobs, minus the kids. See, Miss Mo, I love that you say that, because I used to say that about my stomach. I hate that I have, like, you had a baby stomach without the baby. Because then sometimes people would be like, oh, like, you have a kid? And I'd say no, and they'd be like, oh, almost like a judgment, like, I would have accepted you if you had a kid, but yeah, you don't. Yes, it was Alabama. That's where it was. See, I was like, I remember that. And I was talking to my niece about this, that there's so much ingrained in us as women, especially black women, when it comes to our body image, that even I don't think of sometimes. The fact that when my dad's friends would come over, my mom would tell me to go change. Like, I know you're in your shorts, but, you know, your father friend coming over, you know, put on some clothes. And to me, that was normal. I just thought that was normal. And it's not until you get older that you're like, oh, shit. Why should I have had to put on clothes? Why can't my dad's friends just not watch me? Why can they just not see me as something sexual when I'm a child? Or Boss Daddy's Freak and I were talking about this. Catcalling. My mom told me, like, when you walk past construction sites, men are going to do that. When you walk along, we lived in Toronto. I grew up in a neighborhood that was predominantly West Indian. So, you know, she's like, when you're walking home, like, those men are going to say something, just you keep walking, you don't look. And it's funny, even to this day, I'm a person, if I'm walking, I am like, I'm going from point A to point B. I'm not focused on anything else. And my friends will be like, oh shit, Andy, did you see that? And I'm like, I have no clue what's happening. Like, I'm just focused and I don't pay attention to car horns, people yelling out the car. They have to actually yell my name. And West Indians are not big on yelling. Like, I mean, yes, if they know somebody, if it's in Trinidad and, hey, boy, that, but to say, like, bawling out your name in the streets, it's not going to happen. But yeah, so basically everyone's had like boobs, hips, ass, belly, back fat as issues. It's funny, if there's any of you that still have that hang up, I understand. But if there's any that have sort of gotten past it or stopped thinking about it, oh my God, mademoiselle, psst, psst. Hey, yo, baby. Baby not the blue skirt. Baby not the blue skirt. Baby, baby. I want to do you. I'll suck your pussy. So do you think because you just cussed me, I'm going to turn around and be like, and that's how we fell in love? Like, that's exactly how I talk, Devontae. I do all of these voices as well. During sex, I sure do. The hey shawty or hey ma, funny you bring that up, Autumn. I hate being called shorty, especially since 99% of the men who have talked to me are shorter than me. What the fuck are you talking about? Hey shawty. No. Hey shawty to you. Hey Napoleon. Like what? I hate that. Ooh. Shawty with the fat ass. Yeah, because it's just the sexiest thing to be reduced to a body part. So sexy. So incredible. Like, if I had a dime for every time a black man made me feel sexy by reducing me to one body part. Yeah. They are sick pervs, though, Devontae. I'm scrolling back a little. Yeah, I'm not a fan of... And the funny thing is, I'm also not a fan of, like, the West Indian versions of them. Ayo, Empress. Sweetie. Baby love. Doodoo darling. And if you ever call me sister... Ayo, sister, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm sorry. You weren't on the family Christmas card. So I'm not your sister. I'm not your sister. Do not call me sister. Alpha. Like, it just, these things, like, they irk me. And every girl has a thing that irks them. Like, my good friend, Fluffy. Hate the word fluffy. Because to me, you're different. You're already giving me a word that differentiates me. Charlie! Okay. Sorry. You're already giving me a word that differentiates me. That's why for my friends, like, I'm not... You can take whatever word that works for you. But if my friend is sexy, she's sexy. It doesn't matter whether she's a size 2 or a size 27, 28. Like, she's sexy. I'm not going to be like, oh, you sexy with your fluffy self. Oh, you sexy with your dark skin self. Like, no. You just sexy, straight, done. Just use that one word. I hated my lips for a minute. Someone told me, really? You know what? I used to hate my lips, but everything for me when I was younger was like the reverse of what a normal black woman is supposed to hate. I wanted my lips bigger. I wanted my skin darker. I wanted to be darker so badly. What else? Being big and voluptuous like my mom. Like, how's a man supposed to approach you when he doesn't know your name? Just hello, excuse me. To me, I feel like approach me in the same way as somebody who walked by you and dropped something. That's what I say. If someone was walking by you and you saw them drop their glove and you want to go bring them their glove, approach me like that. Excuse me. Hey, miss, sorry to bother you. I just want to let you know that I think you're beautiful and would love to get to know you and take you out sometime. The girl would be like, okay. Because she's so not even, like, she's not even used to it. She's not even, that's the sad thing. We're not even used to it. Yeah. I'm just saying, that's what works for me. Wow, that's the other thing. In the West Indies, I have a friend who, I think I mentioned before, she is gorgeous, dark skin, and going to Trinidad was very triggering for her at carnival time because she kept getting, hey, Daki, oh good, Daki, you're looking sexy, Daki. And growing up in that, it's not a big deal for me to hear it. But but for her it was, and I didn't realize how much of a big deal that would be. Say excuse me, miss. Yeah, most of the women are saying just say excuse me, miss. Like it works every time. Hello, ma'am. Autumn, sometimes that doesn't work though, because some women, especially if it's like they have a thing about their age, they don't want to hear ma'am. They really don't. It's true. At one point, I wanted to be even skin tone, especially because that friend I told you that's darker, like she's just all over gorgeousness. I used to tell her all the time, like, you are living proof that God loves black. Like, God loves black. You can't tell me that God created this earth just for white people. God loves black, because like a Lupita Nyong'o color, it's like, that's the thing, mademoiselle. West Indians are quite literal. I remember coming up to Canada and my mom telling me, like, don't, because I would be like, oh, mom, look, the Chinese man on the bus. And my mom would be like, what we're not gonna do, is say that. So, yeah. Meanwhile, my cousin back home, his nickname, like what they call him, is Coolie Man. Now, Coolie is a very controversial term used in Trinidad. It's like brief history. It's based off the fact that in India, the coolies were the porters, the people that carry your bags in and out of hotels, at the airport, and so on. And so a coolie is considered the equivalent of nigger for a Trini Indian. Missa Chin, same thing. We would say that for a Chinese man, and he'd say it too. Like, we had other races in the West Indies, but I was lucky enough that I wasn't introduced to racism in my own family. I wasn't introduced to colorism in my own family. So my cousin's nickname was Coolie Man, and when I asked my mom why is that his nickname, she said because his father was a coolie man. That's why my cousin has that nickname. Because his father was a coolie man. And like, I'm referred to as a Dogla, which is a half black, half Indian person. And I didn't realize, like, there's certain people who are Dogla that don't like hearing that term. It really upsets them. But yeah, going a little off topic. But yeah, basically it's just a good afternoon, hello, excuse me. Like, I remember being picked up by a guy who was just like, I just wanted to tell you you're beautiful. Like, I'm not even trying to bother you in your day and like try to get your number. I just want to tell you you're beautiful. And I was like, but here's my number and my pennies. Like, what? What? I went to Greece and I received a lot of compliments from men, and some women ask, what do you do to your body? Yeah, Autumn. Yeah. Europe, I got the same thing. And my friends told me, I had friends that studied in Asia, and they used to get the same thing too. A woman even said she wanted to be black. Oh, Lord. Now saying A or what up, baby is very rude. Because it's just not... Devontae was always rude. It's just we didn't care. It's kind of like cigarettes have always been bad, but yes, at one point they were legal everywhere. So baby, like, I'm not your baby. Why? That's kind of okay. I stay complimenting women out of nowhere and then keep it moving. Like, hello, I like that color on you, it's really nice. I smile and then keep walking. It honestly is the best thing. I was even talking about this today. Being complimented by another black woman is the greatest feeling in the world. Being complimented by a gay man is the greatest feeling in the world. And being complimented by a black man that does not have a hidden agenda is the greatest thing in the world. Like, it's just, that's all I need to hear. And that's why sometimes, yeah, I will compliment black women. That's usually probably why we're always in the club bathroom. We all up in the club bathroom like, oh my God, girl, I I love that skirt. You look amazing. Don't you ever let that nigga say nothing back. Like, and then they all end up crying, and all from complimenting. All from, like, just complimenting. And I'm blessed enough to be surrounded by women, both online and in my life, that randomly compliment all the time. And not just, like, physically compliment, but to be like, you are an amazing person in my life. You support me. You inspire me. And it's the greatest feeling. It's the greatest feeling to know that somebody notices you, right? And I'm guessing with the men too. Devontae, I don't. I have a thing with public washrooms, so I actually don't use them. But most of the women I see in there are taking selfies and complimenting each other. When I dip my head in, like, yeah, that's usually what's happening. Like, oh my God, you are friggin' adorable. Don't you ever change? Like, that's usually what I see. But yeah, it's body image. It's just so crazy how we judge ourselves on things that other people don't. So when it comes to sex, it's like riding, where a woman would think, oh my God, he can see every angle of me, and that must be disgusting, so I'm not going to do that. He's thinking, this looks fucking amazing. Like, and it takes a long time to be able to reconcile that. I want to know, women, what's the position that made you feel like I couldn't, like, I'm not doing it because it's going to show that body part that you're not comfortable with? Because for me, it was riding and knowing you can see, like, that angle of belly. With sex, you don't like to be completely naked. That's interesting too. I used to feel that way with my top half. So, like, I would be in a tank top or something like that. And I always wanted, like, that midsection covered. Autumn says you don't like your bra off when having sex, especially riding. Well, it's probably also very uncomfortable. When your boobs are to a certain size, that jiggle actually really hurts. Oh, it wasn't a position. It was the lights on a hole. That's another thing. Having the lights on took a very long time to be able to get used to. Even candlelight. Because I know people would say, like, oh, candlelight's very flattering. You can still see a roll in the candlelight. It's just a glowy roll. Like, it's you'll still see it. Miss Mo says riding is definitely at the top of the list. Are there any women in here who you still feel like it's not? Because even I'm more comfortable now in riding, but that is Toronto behind me, Devontae. It's Toronto. I think about it more, and I'm more, like, turned on by it, but I still have to tell myself, like, okay, don't stop thinking about how you look. Just enjoy. Like, stop thinking. Dimmed lights. I like that. Dim lights. I love my colored lights. Y'all know. I love a red light. But yeah, Autumn says I love to ride now. See, that was always the position. And I almost wish that I could go back to some people and be like, okay, I'll ride now. But, like, they don't even deserve it. They really don't. They don't. But lights on. Autumn said, put these doubles in your mouth. I do love that. I do love the riding and, like, sucking on the back. I'm more comfortable with things now, but back in the day, those lights had to be, right? Like, you were like, can you get that light? Can you? No, I know. Can you get the light, though? Like, I will get up. Like, it's, especially, you know when you'd be, like, in a hotel room and the light is literally all the way by the front door. I don't care. I will walk all the way to the front door, and I will stumble back through the pitch darkness because you've left your Air Force Ones just askew on the floor. Just to have it in the dark. Just to have it in the dark. I don't like having a position where someone will grab my lower belly. I used to feel that way, Jenna. I still kind of do. I have to be very comfortable with somebody. Because, like, naturally, I'll just want to, like, slap you off. Not because it's their fault. I just naturally will want to do that. Boss Daddy's Freak says she still has problems riding. Twin. I get it. Devontae says, you like the lights on, especially during... Well, I think with oral, too, as a man, like, it's that power thing, right? You get to see this woman below you on her knees. I love when women ride me. I know part of it, too, is comfort. And see, that's the thing. You could be our biggest cheerleader, and we know that. But until we feel it, it don't matter. Like, me riding when I was with somebody who thought my body was beautiful, but I didn't. And me riding now when I actually don't give a fuck. Like... Ooh, reverse is better. That is true, Boss Daddy's Freak. Riding reverse, because you get out of thinking, like, what's he looking at? Yeah, that is true, riding reverse. At first, I didn't like riding a face because I was scared my ass might kill him. Autumn, if he dies, he dies. No, I get that. I still feel that way, though, Autumn. Sometimes I still feel that way. So, okay, Devontae, you said you like riding because you want to give a woman a position of power and control. So a woman having power and control in the bedroom is a good thing. Some women are not, actually I shouldn't say some women, most women are not taught that. They're not taught that we're supposed to even have pleasure in the bedroom. It's all about the man. Current Bay did this thing. He took a shirt off and traced my stretch marks, and it was the most... Miss Mo, you know what? I remember that because one of your stories was about that, of him tracing your stretch marks. And I had somebody do that with some scars that I had from abusive relationship, and it was so uncomfortable. So, like, I remember I started bawling. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like it. But same thing. Now I'll sit on Denzel's face ASAP. Sultry, there is always a man whose face you can ride. I know you say your thighs are killer, but I know women whose thighs are bigger than yours. And they've ridden a man's face. Oh, you meant oral as in eating pussy. I apologize. So, okay. All right. Face riding ain't my thing. I want to see, like, him. I agree. That, too. Like, I don't get to see anything. And most guys, I find most guys that I'm with, like, even the ones that are vocal, it's more of the, like, the say my name type of vocal, or, you know, you daddy's little slut type of vocal. But not to say, like, moaning and saying, like, oh my God, this feels amazing. Like, it's very rare that you get a man that feels comfortable enough to do that. To be able to talk his pleasure. I hate having a woman ride me. It's my least favorite position for a woman. Interesting. So Ask for Permission First says that riding is his least favorite position. I feel like most women are taught that you guys love that position. I almost passed out. Yeah, it was uncomfortable. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like, I have stretch marks as well, Autumn, on my hips and my ass, but I always thought they were, like, when I was a kid, I thought it meant that I was, like, part animal. So I loved them. And it wasn't until I got to university that I learned they were a problem. And it was, like, other black women, other black women being like, oh, those stretch marks. And I was like, oh, is that a problem? I didn't even know that. Sorry, Jenna, you also, just like Devontae, I got confused. You both meant being eaten. Well, you meant being eaten. He meant eating pussy. I have one and I'm addicted to hearing him moan. I love, like, hearing a guy moan. Just, it's everything. I'm telling you, it's everything. Everything. I do understand that too. Being uncomfortable with being eaten out. I don't know if I was uncomfortable with being eaten out, but I definitely know that I was uncomfortable with orgasms in that position. That's what I was most uncomfortable with. But yeah, hearing men moan. And Autumn, I love that you call it that. Autumn said, now I love my cinnamon swirls. That's the cutest thing. Yeah. See, across the board, women are like, we want to hear y'all moan. We want to hear you. I don't even just want to hear you moan. I want to hear, like, what I'm doing feels amazing. I want to hear that. I want to know what it feels like. Like, what does it feel like for you? Because we don't know. Like, we don't know. And the thing is, we're telling you, like, it feels huge, like you stretching me and all that. I don't know what it feels like for you. I know what eating pussy feels like, but I don't know what it feels like to have an appendage that can do what it do. Oh my God. Having him say fuck or shit, Autumn, you're so right. Very true, Autumn. Very true. But yeah, I like... And it's funny to me because I know who's lurking. It's funny to me because I know a guy who told me that he doesn't moan because he hates hearing the men in porn. So why would he do it when he's like filming with somebody? And I don't know if there's men in the group, like, do you guys moan? Do you even think about it? I know, Devontae, you said that you don't moan, you grunt. Hi, Bloomin' Lily. I love dirty talk, so I love being vocal and telling her how she feels to me. Ask for permission first. That's great. That, like, the fact that you guys love doing it, we love hearing. Oh, we love hearing it. A wimp, oh my God. A whimper or like when they'll whisper like a shit or a fuck, not even just yelling it. Like for me, I love a whisper. Y'all don't think the camera froze. I'm just a whisper, a careless whisper. Never gonna dance again. Like, careless whisper. Just, that's the thing. Talk dirty to me. And Sapio, he's not in here, I don't think. But he said all the time, like, I'm about mentally stimulating a woman as well as physically stimulating her. And that's how it should always be. Shuttered breathing. Reha! Whoo! That shuttered breathing. Vashcon, why are you telling secrets right now? You rude. I love moaning, especially when y'all do one of your signature moves. I'll let out that ooh shit. It is true, you know. Like, that's the thing. And most women will bring out their signature move when they know that you like what they're doing. Because they'll get into it. Like, they'll be into it. Oh, Devontae said the grunt and the sharp inhale. That is true. That too. But they'll be so into it because you're into it. And then they pull out that move that makes, like I said, then you have, like, the anime dick suck. Like, you literally just telling her everything she's doing. Like, is she licking my balls? Is she, oh. Like, exactly. I'm like, oh, he likes this? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to stay down here. Fuck a lockjaw. Fuck a lockjaw. Like, I won't care. I will be so, yeah. It's just, y'all niggas want women to be sucking your dick. There's basically like 2 things you have to do. Change your diet, so like get enough water that like we actually want to swallow. And then number 2, enthusiasm. Verbal enthusiasm. Stimulate the auditory senses. Like, it's just, that's all we saying. You can tell I'm into it because it looks like I'm about to have an asthma attack and I gotta catch my breath. I'm triggered because I have asthma. I'm triggered, but I understand exactly what you mean. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Fuck a lockjaw because I can't. I'm just saying. Like, if you're moaning and groaning and telling me like, shit, oh my God. I'm like, you can't even, and I'm sorry. This may be controversial for the women in here, but I even love when like, you can't even tell me you're about to come. I don't care that it's sudden. I really don't. Like, oh my God. Oh, the growl is Phantom still in here? Cause twin, his growl, that growl, especially when it's like right here. It's everything. It's everything. And this is the thing. It's to the point where like, oh my God, the growls he makes when he's just like, I refuse to nut right now. The octave drop. Jenna, do you mean ours or theirs? Because I do the octave drop when like that orgasm's about to be fucking intense. But that in the ear, like, funny enough, all of these things that we're talking about, like the things that we love hearing, the things that drive us crazy as women, if we hear it, it actually takes us out of our heads of thinking about, oh shit, I'm in a position where he can see my back fat, or I'm like, I must look very weird from this angle, or my favorite, mine at least, is like, if you're filming me, is my hair done? Like, it's gonna look so jacked up. That's usually why most of my videos that I've given guys, I'm like, please don't post that dick sucking video, because like my hair did not look good. Just woke up. It's in like, I'm looking like Coolio. Like, let's not do this. So in this case, his octave drop, yeah, the octave drop, or when he starts fucking you like you're not even there anymore. Like, there's that point where like a guy has like, okay, I still respect this woman, and so I'm not gonna like act like she's not here. I'm just like, when he gets from that to she's not here, and I'm literally just like, I lose my rhythm, rhyme, everything. Like, that's the moment I live for. That's the moment I live for. I'm just, but yeah, it's like hearing those things, being in that mindset, like knowing like I'm going to hear him whisper in my ear, or like, tell me everything you thought about doing to me for the day. Like that, oh my God. I'm not thinking about I don't even know where my belly is. Like, fuck? What? I don't even know where it is right now. I'm not even thinking about that. All I'm thinking about is, like, who's sleeping in the wet spot? Who's gonna sleep in the wet spot later? Because it's not gonna be me. No, it won't. Your soul literally, like, do y'all remember, what was it? Bill Cosby, Ghost Dad? Your soul left, and it's just standing there, just watching things unfold. And then you look at your soul, and your soul's like, bitch, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know why I'm out of this body. Like, And then when it comes back, you're both just like, but we really need to figure out what happened. But we don't know what happened. I know, but like, can you at least let me feel like I'm trying to do something? I just like, fuck around and I'll grab your belly and choke and stroke you at the same time. Well, hey. Oh, well, hey there. Sultry, I'm so fucking tired of sleeping in the wet spot. I'm sorry. I know it's me. I know it's my fault that we are here, but I'm so fucking tired of sleeping in the wet spot. I'm tired. I'm sick and tired. Sick and tired. I'm tired of sleeping in the wet spot. Hey, Tracy. I don't want, like, that's not where I want to be, okay? Why can't he sleep there? You're the one that did this. You're the one that latched onto my thighs and don't want to let go. So why can't you sleep in the wet spot? Looking rude. Right, Boss Eddie's freak? Like, ask for permission. Can we talk to you a little later? Oh my God. I don't know. Body with body image, I feel like if the more a woman feels comfortable, the more she knows what she likes, the more she's going to tell you what she likes, and the more enjoyable experience you both are going to have. Like, just hands down. I like to kiss a woman as I enter her the first time and let out a long, slow moan. Oh my. Clutch my pearls. Whew. Oh. Clutch my pearls. Like, okay. I don't even remember what I was saying. Like, y'all showed out today. Good Lord. I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna roll the tape back to see just how many times I've been speechless, because y'all showed out, right, Jenna? I am triggered. Jenna says she feels attacked. I feel triggered. What? What was the topic? Like, and see, that's the thing. You do the moves that get me out of my head. Get me out of my head. You think at any point in that, what all of us just read, what half the women were like, Jesus, I feel attacked. What the hell? You think we're ever going to stop and go, oh, but my bitch, that man ain't going to even give you time to think about what it is on your body that you didn't like. Like, Miss Mo, if he does a tutorial, everyone's going to need a waterproof blanket. That's all I'm saying. We're all going to need to sit on, like, a garbage bag or them things that us put down when you're painting. Like, you really need some drop mats, you know. You really need that. Because if he doing a tutorial, and who gonna be the subject? Who volunteering to be the subject in this instructional tutorial that Vashkon is apparently going to do, because we just say that you're going to do it. Ask for permission first. You are not forgotten. You probably should be doing one too. We'll be sleeping in the bathtub. Girl, it'll be like that gif of what's his face, Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean, where he's just like, oh, what again? Like, we literally will have to be in the bathtub. That's what I said. I'll just in the bathtub, let go and let God. Girl. Sultry said I volunteered as tribute. Because, and that's the thing, Vashka, you said, for me, my partner being comfortable and confident is crucial to me, because that's the experience. That's it right there. I mean, if you want a glory hole, there are plenty within like a 5-minute distance. Like, You can get a glory hole, but that's not why most of us are having sex. That's not why most of us orgasm and, you know, even want somebody in your holes. Like, that's the reason. Is because you're like, yo, I want that experience. I want us both to enjoy this. I not only want to, like, get my orgasm, but I want to feel good that I gave you yours as well. Like, the fuck? I want to feel nice. I want to walk to the corner store and they're like, oh, so you gonna buy the expensive iced tea? I sure fucking am, because I deserve it. L'Oreal right here. I'm worth it. Like, when a woman is comfortable, the second is just better. She opens up more in multiple ways. Exactly. Ask for permission first. She opens up. She's just like, I will ride you into the sun. Like, she ain't think about nothing else. She really ain't. I just, like, she's really not thinking about anything else but that nut. Like, my nigga. Sometimes when sex is done, you're like, wait. Where are we? I didn't notice before because, you know, we were like tearing each other's clothes off and stuff, but where are we exactly? Oh, on a spaceship. Cool. Never been on one before. Cool. Like, oh, I also love when a woman chokes me back and spits in my mouth, but I'm just nasty. I rarely meet guys that actually like being choked back. But I know the women love being choked. Love. When she's comfortable, y'all gonna be on a wave, forgetting the fact that it's sex, a wave that feels amazing. A wave that feels amazing. And my thing is, most women, I mean, the fact that majority of women, their first orgasm is solo. Why? Because we are comfortable in our bed. We are not thinking about our insecurities because we already know. I already know I don't like my belly. I avoid it. And that's why most of their orgasms are solo. So a woman has to be comfortable in her skin for her to be able to orgasm with her partner and for it to be this like magical experience. Because once we realize what that feels like for each individual woman, you're just like, if I could quit my job, I just orgasm all the time. Like, this is amazing. How did I ever doubt you? Like, it's just, I think all women love being choked. Not all. I know a lot that do, but not all. And see, that's another thing, Vashcon, that I actually want to talk about if the women are comfortable with it. Next Sunday, talking about sexual assault and how it affects sex. Because a woman who has been sexually assaulted, it's going to be a very difficult and sort of winding journey of how she gets back to being comfortable with sex again. Whether that be that she actually ever is comfortable with having sex again, let alone being comfortable in the bedroom with her body and sex. I like when a woman bites my neck and scratches my back. I actually know a lot of guys that like the scratch back, that like biting the neck, that like nibbling on the earlobe, sucking the lip. Am I just naming stuff that I like? But choking to me, okay, here's the thing. I don't want a guy to ask me if I want to be choked. I want him to just know, but then it's kind of like, how do you know when a guy likes to be choked? Like, because I have an ex that was very triggered being choked. Anything, like even joking around, just anything going to his neck, he was very triggered, and you could see, like, it would just switch in his face. So, okay, Jenna, yeah, I was describing things that I like. But yeah, Miss Mo says she was banned from her bae's neck. So how do we know? Do you guys want to be asked? Like, do you want us to be like, can I choke you? Like, just like that face, like, oh, Shawnee, I love grabbing a man's ass, yo, especially when he's on top and like you lose your mind and suddenly you're the one controlling strokes. Like, God. Okay, ask for permission first says, I will tell you or I will take your hand, which I completely understand. Like taking somebody's hand and putting it on their throat. I just want you to know though, I'm the opposite of Mario Winans. I want you to know, if you fucking me, choke me on a love. Like, that's what I want. That is what I want. Just answer. So what don't you like? Are you asking me, or was it part of the conversation what I don't like? I'll wait for that answer. But yeah, I just but grabbing the ass, I love. And it's funny though, because guys are always like, how can you, what's the significance of me having an ass? Like, why are you obsessed with this? I'm like, why am I obsessed? Let me show you. Let me show you a little something. Like, you're asking me what I don't like. If the orgasms are saying choke this nigga, then I understand. Okay. What don't I like? What don't I like? Oh, I know what I don't like. Okay. I know there are women that like this, but I don't. When you pull it out and you slap it on my clit. Because, see, I'm West Indian, right? And I was raised by a real tuggish woman whose birthday was Friday. My mother's birthday was Friday, y'all. She told me that if somebody slapped me, slap them back. So every time I just get slapped, I just want to slap you back. But then I'm also petty. So I don't just want to slap you. I want to kick you into the next wall. Don't hit me with your... Ask me. Ask me first. Ask me. Alright. Good Lord. Like, I see, and Boss Eddie's Freak says she likes the clit slap. But I feel like something like that, ask me, because at the end of the day, we all know, all of us women know, you pull your dick out and you slap it on my clit because you felt like you was about to come, just the same as you putting me in every Simone Biles, like, gymnastics position. Like, just... Stop. 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 Like, just ask. Ask me if that's... And that's the thing. Can we have a conversation beforehand? Not a single... I've only known one person that I've been with who was like, can we talk about what... Like, eventually we're going to have sex. Can we talk about what we like and don't like? And it wasn't even the same day. But, like, can we talk about what we like and don't like so that it's not awkward when we get in there? And I was like, can you take my panties right now? Because, like, they're yours. Wait. Eh? So Jenna, you said, I don't like my clit slapped with their dick, but with their hand? Interesting. See, a lot of people love it. Lucy, I always wanted that piercing, and I still think about it. I might just, y'all don't tell my mama, because she used to say, every time you walk back in this house, you don't have a tattoo on your body, you have a piercing. You're just sticking holes in every part of your body. So, yeah, I've always wanted a clip piercing, mademoiselle. Like, but then one of my friends told me that you're like always aroused. And when I had my nipples pierced, it was the same thing. Especially, winter was the worst. Winter was the worst. Winter was like Game of Thrones. It's like, winter's coming. It's gonna be hard all the time. All the time. But that's the thing. No, ask for permission first says I'm into BDSM. So I always have to have that conversation. Hell, I'll pass on sex with some women. And I feel like people that are into BDSM, whatever shape or form, like whichever subgenre of it, subcategory, they know that they have to have those conversations about consent and that everybody is on board with what's happening. So that's why I say, like, that it was only one person that did that, and that was for that reason. But why is it that Black men and women who may not be into or may not identify themselves as being part of that world, why can't we have conversations? Why are we scared to know, like, hey, I'm allergic to latex condoms. Please don't spit on me. That's another thing. I don't like being spit on because, again, it's a West Indian thing. You spit on me, I actually want to turn back and fight you. So I don't like being spit on. When guys try to say, oh, well, you know, I'm trying to lube it up, I go, no, we can actually use lube. That's what we can do. That's what we can do. Like, what? Mademoiselle, this was my tongue piercing was my first. And I hid it so well until one day my mother and I were arguing and I was like, honestly, and she said, where's my out? Huh? I was like, so you like dick in your mouth so much, you going and put a hole in your tongue? And I didn't even know what to say. I actually didn't. I was just like, I mean, it wasn't the reason, but like, it helped. Yeah, Lucy, my friend said she one time the elevator was out in her building and she had to walk upstairs with her clip piercing, and she's like, I basically came, like, it was so, and she actually ended up taking it out. So that's why I was like, oh. Trey, but they do that. They do, like, especially if he's about to, like, put a finger in your ass or something like that. I hear it. I hear and especially the sound. Oh, the sound to me is like a right hook about to be delivered. Like, you see the action of it coming up. Like, yo, ooh, it burns me. I can't even do it. I'm not gonna do it because but yeah, mine was also, she hit it for a good 3 weeks. Yeah, I think mine was about 3 weeks too. Ask for permission first. See, and that's the thing. Being in the BDSM world, you're able to tell people that like, I don't like it for this reason, but in this situation, I'll allow it to happen. Guys, there's a minute and 36 seconds left. So because of last weekend, I decided I will ask you guys, do you want me to come back on for another hour and we keep talking? You let me know. She can spit on my dick. A lot of men, though, love that. You know what? I feel like coming back just for that conversation. Because women, a lot of us are like, I don't want spat. But a lot of men are like, literally, waterfall, Niagara Falls on my dick. All right. So I'm coming back, guys. There's like a minute left to this. But when I come back, we're having the conversation about saliva. I am just... Y'all, we gonna get into it about saliva because I'm coming around to it because I realize that it pleases the partner, but not a Not a fan. I mean, that's true, Sean. We do swap spit when we kiss. That is true. As for permission, said no Niagara Falls. Okay, so you don't want all of that. Okay, at least I know that now. But yeah, you're right. We do swap spit when we're kissing, and you don't even think about that. But I'm also not a controversial. I'm not a fan of even feeling spit when we're kissing. Oh my God, my boobs are like the boob sweat that is happening right now is like ladies who have boobs, they know. But the boob sweat is just, yeah. Oh man, that felt good. But yeah, okay. So saliva, I'm more like, okay, when I'm kissing somebody, I don't like I don't like the slobber. I call it the Beethoven because you know the Beethoven dog. I don't like the slobber all over the mouth. Like I don't pull back on the tongue a bit, sir. Pull back a little. It just, yes, he went to bed, mademoiselle. Yes, but he went to bed. I know we go rarely talk. But yeah, the kissing with a lot of slobber. See, ask for permission first says ew, mademoiselle says ew, Lucy says no, that's disgusting, and Rhea says I hate that, boss daddy says oh no. So basically it's across the board. And so I guess in thinking I don't like kissing like that, then I also feel like, okay, so I'm not gonna like drool on you, because especially since, I'm sorry y'all, I've always been a sleep drooler. I will always be a sleep drooler for the rest of my natural born days. I will always drool in my sleep. And I was always like shamed for like, you still be drooling? Girl, girl. Right, like tease me with the tongue. Ask for permission first. Yeah, like tease me with it. But like, you just look, bleh. I already know how you're gonna fuck me. I'm sorry. If you literally trying to jam your tongue into my mouth, I know what you're gonna do with that other thing. Like, I know how it's gonna be. It's gonna be just like Energizer Bunny, keep going and going and go. Like, it's, and that's the sex that Boss Daddy's Freak and I were talking about this. That's the sex that makes you a mistake and not a regret. And you want to be a regret and not a mistake. Like, you, because there are some men that I'm like, yo, if sex was like my credit report, you fall off after 7 years, so you don't even count anymore. I don't even remember you. I don't. And if I don't remember you, then she doesn't remember you, and it doesn't count. It's just that. If you, and see, that's the thing, if you kiss me right, if you like are trying to make love to all of my senses, oh my God, you about to get like the nastiest fucking sex from me ever. And Sean, it's funny, I don't like my bottom lip sucked on, but I love sucking on my partner's bottom lip. Oh my God, I will be like, I'm just, sorry guys, I was really thinking about, like, I love doing that. Most guys use saliva because their mouth and tongue muscles are weak. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired along Lakeshore. Like, whoa! I know, mademoiselle. I was like, I should move because they're going to think, like, the video froze. Sorry, I do that a lot. But you right about, if you kiss me right, You got the pussy yesterday. Yesterday! Okay? All right. Kiss me right. And like, and it's funny. I don't know if anybody else around my age or older, when I started having sex, there was this whole thing about like, if a guy likes you, he will kiss you during sex. And there were guys that were not kissing during sex. And I've always, like, I've never been with somebody that didn't want to kiss during sex. It was more about like the amount that they wanted. But has anybody had that rule? Has anybody been with somebody that was like, yeah, this is just fucking, so we're not gonna kiss? If a guy can kiss me right, my cat gonna wet before he even touch it, right? Which means I'm gonna be super nasty, so us together is gonna be like nasty to infinity and beyond. Like, it's just, it's the, ooh, y'all making me freeze. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. Sex is just, it's that transferring of energy. And that's why I tell people, like, sometimes you got to stop keeping score. I know this is off topic, but you have to stop keeping score of like, oh, well, she came once, so I got a nut twice or whatever it is. It's like, you can have sex with somebody and maybe it's just your nut. You can have sex with somebody, maybe it's just theirs. But as long as you both are on the same wavelength of like, this is about us both having an experience, it's always going to be good. It's always going to be good. Because I could suck your dick at the front door and I'm going to be turned on and will possibly come just from doing that. We don't have to have sex. Like, it's not like, okay, well, I've done this now, so you have to fuck me. Like, it's about that energy. Mademoiselle says she's heard of the no kissing. Rhea said, I was very picky about who I let kiss me. So what led to that? Like, what made you create that rule for yourself? Boss Daddy says, I always like to kiss, and yes, good kissing makes my pussy wetter. It's just, it's all part of sex for me. Ask for permission first. I'm a swinger, so that happens sometimes with some women. They don't want kissing. So you more go off of what they want. Going with, if you want to kiss, that's fine, and if you don't, that's fine too. Mademoiselle, I'm like you. I'm a kisser. So that's partly why it takes a lot longer to get into my bed. Pashkal said, you know what? I want you out of here. Alexa, delete Fashcon. I'm the same way, Andy. Sometimes I need to eat pussy to balance my spirit. Fashcon is balancing spirit. Like, y'all, this isn't even just about pleasing this woman. This man's trying to take you to, like, some astral plane. What? Y'all, I just can't. You have a better chance of getting my dick hard kissing than standing in front of me naked. Ask for permission first. I feel the same way. If you have a better chance of getting these panties off, Lucy, that's just what happens. That happens between me and my niece too. Like, I'll say it here and then hers will hear. Yeah. And it'll answer. I don't understand. Slow sensual kissing then with the slow look in the eyes. Don't watch me in my eyes. No. Okay. Because according to certain Native American tribes, they didn't take pictures because your soul can be taken out through your eyes. So you're not going to watch me. You're not going to look me in my eyes. Not unless you want to actually have to hold my eyes open like a CSI serial killer. No, I will Stevie Wonder that thing all day. Like, you're not taking my soul. Absolutely not. That's the other thing. Like, those niggas that will watch you dead in your eye, especially when they're eating your pussy, don't trust them, ladies. Do not trust any man that will watch you dead in your eye while he's, like, because he's basically saying, do you feel that? That's me. I'm doing that shit right there. Like, it's It's rude. It's disrespectful. And I will not have it. I will not. I will not. It's not right. Like, literally dead, like. He looking right at me. He looking right at me. Oh my God. Basically, that for me is like, you know when you on the bus and, you know, you in your music, you're like, is that dude staring at me? Maybe he's not. Maybe it's because I don't have my glasses on. Nope, he's staring at me. It's okay. Just don't make eye contact. You good. He's still staring. Oh God, please don't come pick me up. Please don't come pick me up. Please don't let him get off at the same stop as me. Please don't let him get off at the same. Oh God, he's getting up already. Can I go to the next stop? Damn it. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel when you staring at me, trying to snatch my soul through my clit. Like, it's not right. It's not right. It's not right. But like Mademoiselle said, I will snatch your soul that way. I will stare. Like, I will stare. I will make you think this screen froze. Like, I will stare. Miss Mo said, kiss me and look in my eyes. Well, I don't know. She's gonna chase some waterfall. Like, it's just like a kiss and staring in my eyes. Just that feeling that you want to make sure that I know that you are giving me this pleasure. I'm just like, no, ask for permission first, as sexy as that is. If you don't want me to stare, grab my head and fuck my face. I do. It's so, like, how can y'all, I'm sorry, but how can y'all do this and then be like, I don't want a woman to catch feelings? Like, I'm trying to snatch your soul, but don't give me your heart? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Mademoiselle's like, I am writing notes. How can you really expect that? Like, how can you expect me to not want to call my mama right afterwards and be like, Mommy, I found the man of my dreams. I know the same one all you're praying for. No, you're not Trinidadian. Mommy, that don't matter. But it, yeah. Yeah, so no matter what, my mom's not going to be happy. But how do you expect me not to want to call, message my friends, create a motherfucking group chat on WhatsApp and be like, hear ye, bitches. I got news. Sorry, y'all. I forgot to say something. We're talking about body image. Remember that? The subject? One of the things that taught me not to be bothered about this, like, my belly or whatever else I'm insecure about, feeling him with you without him saying it. Ooh, girl, Miss Mo, sorry. Ask for permission first, said he's half Jamaican. See, I'm not going to say that's why, but I feel like that is the reason. But one of the things that helped me with my body image, as funny as it sounds, Cat Williams. Cat Williams stand-up, and I'm sorry guys, I don't remember them, like the actual names of the stand-ups, but the one where he talks about, like, who cares about your fucking stretch marks? Who cares that your toes are not done? Like, no nigga's kicking you out of his bed for that. And it just, like, clicked in my head. I'm like, that's so true, though. Even the ones who've said stuff about my body, they didn't stop trying to fuck me. So, like, why do I care? I'm just Pimp Chronicles. That's what it was. It really was a sermon. And the thing is, it wasn't like, I think that's when I kind of fell in love with him, because he wasn't lying. Like, no man is like, yeah, so, you know, she dropped them jeans and this bitch had like thighs for days. I was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like, we know niggas who are like, yeah, you know, I found out she was stalking me when I went to the house, like, to fuck her, and there was like a shrine on the wall. So you left, right? Well, yeah, after I fucked her. I definitely left after I fucked her, and like, I ain't calling shorty no more. Like, I mean, she still got my number, she could call me, but I definitely ain't answering unless she called twice. Niggas will fuck. They will fuck. They will fuck, period. Like, there's actually nothing past that. Niggas will fuck. They will fuck. So why are we going to be in the bedroom, like, prolonging our orgasm, prolonging it, because you're in your head, it's obviously going to take you longer to come. Because of my belly? Especially since I ain't doing nothing to make it go anywhere. I'm sorry. I hate working out. And I love food. So, like, and I ain't giving up shit. I'm lactose intolerant, and I steady be eating cheese. I will never give up cheese. Ever. In your goddamn life will I ever give up cheddar, Swiss, Havarti? What you... Nah. Brie? Brie? You think I'm gonna give up Brie? Mademoiselle, I'm also learning about my foot fetish. And that's the thing, is that you're like, I need to invest in pedicures. Definitely to invest in pedicures. But yeah, why am I going to be... And after that, I was like, it was from that moment that Cat Williams saved my life. Like, it's just... Cat Williams allowed me to be in that bedroom and not think about the extra junk on my front. He allowed me to have an orgasm that happened within the first 5 minutes, to the point where I had to explain to that young man, it is not about you. I did not come because you are amazing, because in fact you are subpar. I came because I love myself. Like, it's just... Oh, bye, Vashcom. I love how you are with your nieces and nephews. But yeah. Boss daddy's freak. So, other women, insecurities about scars. That I definitely feel you on, boss daddy's freak. I have scars from various things in my life, and I've actually covered several of them with tattoos, just so I don't have to see them. But I do have some scars that remind me of certain things, and I'm just like, I think because for me, I still always saw scars as almost like nature's tattoo. Like, it is something that when you look at, exactly what Mademoiselle said, it's a sign of survival. It's a part of my life that if I didn't go through it, I wouldn't be here. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, I have this scar, which is from a surgery. But I remember the nurse being like, don't be upset, but you're gonna have a scar. And I was like, I'm not bothered, because it's a timestamp in my life. But I understand that it's to each his own. But Boss Daddy's free, we're in a group together, and you've shared your beautiful self naked, and not a single man was like, oh, no. They were like, good fucking God. Like, did you forget this morning? Also, this morning's damn. Did you forget? Okay. Yeah, Sean, that's what makes your body unique. But I even knew guys that were self-conscious about certain scars, especially burn marks, keloids, they would be uncomfortable about. Miss Mo says she calls hers her battle scars. Yeah, I'm just like, they're all a story. Like, they all tell something when somebody asks you. I know that for certain scars, yes, certain scars. Like, I don't really notice it anymore, but I used to have a little scar close to here, and that's because my dad hit me with a rotary phone. Like, I was hit in the head with a rotary phone. And so for that, it was more like people asking you about it. I never liked to be asked about it because I didn't know how to, I wasn't good at hiding my emotions. I still usually am not. And I didn't know how to like sugarcoat things. So I would just be like, oh, well, that's like from when my dad hit me with a phone. And people would just be like, oh. And then I feel like I've made them uncomfortable. So I do get that in terms of scars in people asking you about it. And then I also get that a lot of us, Black men and women, we will, we won't say that we're bothered in the moment. And then afterwards you'll find out that, oh, this person was not comfortable with this person was not comfortable with that. So I feel like I get somebody being bothered by their body. Because it's like, the scars on their body. Because it's like, these are marks that somebody's going to ask me about. So that I get. Oh my gosh, Milton, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm horrible, I know, at like messaging people back. I'm honestly the worst. And I actually love Miss Mo saying like that partner she had that traced her stretch marks. And I feel like the same with scars. I always end up doing that with somebody that I'm with, like, because I'm fascinated by you. I want to learn everything about you. So I'll want to know, like, where'd you get this scar? Where'd you get that scar? Where, like, I'm fascinated by them because each scar is, like, learning about that person and a time in their life. Yeah, I love scars. Mademoiselle, you said too, you also ask. Like, I love it. And when people, and the funny thing is, even when people ask you about your scars, sometimes, especially as we get older, it's like, oh yeah, where did I get that one? That's from, I don't know, as a kid and hanging out with my cousins and being stupid. Like, you even get the memory. And sometimes I know most scars can be bad memories or they can bring up stuff that you don't want to talk about. But to be self-conscious about it, because Boss Daddy's Freak, that is what you mentioned, like feeling a way about those scars. Most men treat it like stretch marks. Like, they're just like, you're human, you're gonna have scars. And sometimes those scars, especially the really large ones that make women uncomfortable, they are physical reminders that you're still here. Like, you made it. I have a 4-inch scar on my right leg from climbing on a fence, being stupid with my cousins in Jamaica. I have scars like that too. But it's true. Not everyone is down to talk about their scars. Hey, Mel. Oh my gosh. Not everyone's down to talk about their scars, and I usually tell people, like, if I ask, I'll start with, if it's a difficult subject, we don't need to talk about it. But usually when it's that intimate moment with somebody more than, just a friends with benefits, then yeah, I want to learn all about your body. I want to know, like, yeah, I want to know the marks, the birthmarks, the moles, the scars, all of it. And the thing is, that's another thing, moles. I have moles and didn't realize that they were part of that, like, birthmarks are bad, moles are bad. I didn't know they were part of that because most of the ones that I have, I can't see, except for I have a mole Right down there, right on my pussy lips, there's a mole. But I have one on my back, one on my neck. I actually have one on my scalp, and that one down there. And then I have birthmarks, but I always thought they were like these beautiful road maps on my body. I actually was never like shamed into not liking them. So I didn't know moles were a bad thing. But then I also know, okay, Sean, you said you have one on your forehead. I got that when I was really young, but it's gotten smaller as I got older. I guess anything having to do with the face is very different, because me having a mole on my back is very different from someone who may have had to grow up with a mole on their face that people notice. And I remember seeing Austin Powers and that whole joke, I think in like the third movie, of the guy's mole, like, and him not wanting to paint. I was like, I don't get it, because I don't even notice them. I don't know if Tracy's still in here, but her cousin and my friend has a birthmark on her face, and I didn't even really notice it, because I don't see it when I talk to her, and she's so like this amazing personality that like I don't even notice that. And yeah, Rhea, you love birthmarks. There's actually another girl that I met that she has one on her bum, and she was talking about, I want to get a tattoo to cover it up. I'm like, don't. I love birthmarks. I love them. And I understand that, especially if you have issues with colorism, it could be, a little, some people can feel a certain way about it. And on your face, as a kid, children are mean, and anything that's visible, they will make fun of you. So I can understand that. Even myself, actually, like, you guys can probably see, I have marks on my chest. I have marks on my side down here from carnival costumes. Even between here, I have like scars from costumes. And sometimes they bother me. Not enough that I ain't gonna have an orgasm, but they will bother me. Boss Day says, I have a patch birthmark on my back. I don't mind the stretch marks either on a woman, says Sean. Mel says, I have moles all over. Mel, did you ever have a partner say anything about it? Did you ever feel weird about it? Jenna, I get you. With the birthmarks are bad. Like, I didn't know they were. I actually thought it was good to have a birthmark and a mole, because when I was younger, I was that nerd that, for us 80s kids, in the 90s was like the big surge of children being kidnapped. And so we got a lot of like, children on the milk cartons. Here in Canada, it was child find. And so whenever you got your school pictures taken, they would give you the child find thing that you fill out and would help just in case your child goes missing. And I remember it should be something specific on that person's body that would help you identify your child, or, you know what I mean? Like something specific that they would know, okay, this is so-and-so's child. And so I would fill that out. Yeah, my mom was like, you're not going to get teeth, nobody. The way you just talk, oh God, not child. You don't know how to hush your mouth. Anyone who teeth you go give you back. So I was the one that filled it out, because I was like, we need to be diligent, Mom. And if I get kidnapped, you're gonna be glad you have this. And so I thought birthmarks and moles were a great thing. Jenna, you said you have mole on your left middle finger, back of your right shoulder, the front of your left shoulder, the left side of my pubic area. Yeah, mine's on my right side. My son has a Gorbachev on his head, birthmark near his winky. So cute. Now, they mention them, but not negatively. Same, Mel. Like, they'd be like, oh, you have a mole here on your back. And I'd be like, yeah. And that would be it. Like, it wouldn't be about anything. I have a few tiny moles around my eyes. Mademoiselle, I'm starting to get those, what are they called? I think they're called skin tags. I'm starting to get a couple of them, I notice, like, especially, like, under my boobs. The eye moles. It's funny, the eye moles, to me, Rhea, are, like, the black freckles. And I hate saying that because I know there are black people that have actual freckles, but I just always to me, the eye moles, your hair going silver, it was like all about getting older and looking even more regal, because I always associated like white hair and my grandmother with regal, beautiful black women who know, like, that's who I'm going to come to. You guys know everything now. And so I think my tattoos distract away from my moles. There is that too, because one of my moles, I have a tattoo right like around it. So I think most people don't even realize that one. But the one on my back, for me, I don't notice it at all. And people will be like, oh, there's a mole. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that thing. Yeah, there's a mole there. Yeah, Rhea speaks. Apparently my mom said there were more when I was born, but the ones that stayed is what I have now. That's what Mademoiselle said about the eye moles. Yeah, I notice, I guess it's hereditary, because I know my mom has a lot of those black moles, but I just always thought it was like distinguished and just regal. Like, I just think of black women when like their hair is all silver and they're just like, I don't take shit from nobody. Like, I love it. I can't wait. Y'all don't know. I can't wait to be old and have my motorized wheelchair. That's all I want. If I don't get a motorized wheelchair from being a senior citizen, not to mention the fact that like I get to eat early, I get discounts at Shoppers Drug Mart. Guys in the States, Shoppers Drug Mart is like the equivalent of CVS. That's the life I'm trying to live. Like, my Bay days, again, the Bay is like, what would you say the Bay is like? Nordstrom's, just a department store that's been around since the dawn of time. But yeah, Bay days, Shoppers Drug Mart points, like, Mademoiselle, I use my mother for her Shoppers discount. I'm the one that's like, Mom, senior days, like, what are you doing with your life? Senior days, Mom. What? Why are you child, move for me? Not no. How about we move to Shoppers Drug Mart? Like, ask for permission first, said, come through, senior pussy. Yo, if I remember, because my memory's horrible already, I want to use that. That will be mine. Like, when they're like, you not upset about getting old? You know about senior pussy? You want a discount? You want discount? Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm the shit. Older women, I'm sorry y'all, because I mean, black older men, it's a hit and miss. You could get, my uncle who I love to death, or you could get the one that's like, I used to be a football player. Nigga, you weren't going nowhere. Stop talking. And y'all ever notice that black men, they stay, like, when they get to a certain age, so I'm going to say 65 and older, because here, that's the age that you're considered, like, you have to retire. 65 and older, black men will take the era that they got the most compliments, and that's what they will wear for the rest of their lives. Like, you will see men in their 50s pushing into 60s in straight FUBU. And I'm like, where'd you even get it from? Like, they still make FUBU? They still make it? What? Oh, let's talk about that. Boss Ice Freak just said something that I actually am very self-conscious about. My high school principal had silver natural hair. Yeah, and it was just elegant. But I have gray hair down there. And I've had gray hair since I was 25. And so slowly the gray hair down there, and I wouldn't notice because I'm a hairy person. I mean, is he Indian? Oh yeah, the Indian on me. But like, my arms are hairy. My, like, all down, like, I got hair all day, it come down here. Like, I'm a hairy person. So I never really thought about what it was looking like down there. I waxed, so I was just getting it waxed. And I went to get laser hair removal, and they were like, we just want to let you know, like, the laser hair removal is not going to work for the hairs that have turned gray. And I was like, so what you're telling me is that I not only have gray hair up here. Mademoiselle, then that's the thing, I was never judged on it in my house, so I never waxed my arms. I've never removed the hair on my arms. My legs, it was too expensive to get my legs waxed, but I would take care of them regularly. And then my bikini, I eventually got to the Brazilian and was like, I want all of it to go. All of it. Who wants this hair? Nobody. Like, that was me. I don't want any of it. And the thing is, one thing I love is when you go to an Indian woman. I love going to Indian women to get hair removal. Hey, Tracy. When I go to an Indian woman, they're literally like, all right, dear. And they'll be, not mean, but they'll be very, like, distant, right? Word to Mel Lastman. They'll be distant. But then the minute I drop trowel and in the position, they're like, oh, you're Indian. Where is your family from? And like, chat me through the entire process. I'm just like, and that's the thing, Boss Daddy's Freak. The other time I realized that my laser hair removal was growing back is when I was sleeping with a guy. And this was like my first, like, I guess it would have been my first one night stand, like the first time I slept with somebody that I had only known for 48 hours. Girls trip, Atlanta. Yeah, with him, he went down and went, aww. Not something you want to hear from someone who's between your legs. And so, stupid ass me said, what is happening? And he said, look at the little gray hairs. And y'all think I'm joking, but that finger motion I made, he actually did that. He went, look at the little gray hairs. And I laughed, but I was really crying. Like I was like, night, Shawnee. Yeah, it was. You don't need to point it out. You don't need to point it out. Like, I could point out the fact that you told me I was about to get a dick that was going to fuck up my insides. And even though I'm not good with measurements, you're not bigger than my iPhone, and that's a serious problem. I don't mention that. I don't do all that in your face. I don't let you drop trowel and go, oh, hello, how are you? How are you? No, how are you? Like, I don't do that shit to you. Why did you feel the need to gray hair shame me? Like, just, why'd you have to shame me on it? I just don't, it's mean. It's rude. I know it's there. You know it's there. We don't need to talk about it. Like, that's how I feel. I know my gray hair is there. You've obviously learned that my gray hair is there. We don't, and never the twain shall meet. Like, we don't need to, honestly, I'm sorry, but American men, like I said, y'all take the cake with eating pussy, with that swag. So I had to tell myself, like, are we so upset that we don't want him to eat this pussy? Because he's still gonna eat it. We can be upset later. Like, I was just like, I can put it on pause and be upset in about, give or take 4 hours. I can be upset later. But right now, I'm gonna get my nut. Like, that's what it was. That's why sometimes I'm like, I feel like I'm just a nigga. Because I was like, I am so fucking hurt right now that I cannot believe I'll be mad later. Like, I just, And that nigga, like, he didn't care that I was stinky, smelly, nasty, disgusting, because I had come back. Wait, that was the first time. And then the next day I went to a striptease class and came back, and I was like, just let me take a shower. And he was like, no, what you not gonna do? And I was like, what I'm not gonna... Sir? I smell. And he was like, I don't fucking care. And I was like, this is very awkward, because I don't like sweat. Like, all of my friends know, like, all my people in like my everyday life, they know I don't like sweat. We can go to parties, and the end of the party, when we're all leaving and about to hug, I will actually tell my friends, like, I can't hug you, I'm sweaty. Please don't touch me. I'm in my own sweat. And I just... Oh, Angeline was like, bitch, I'm the one with the gray hair and I don't care. Shut the fuck up. Stop being a dick. Girl up and be a pussy and let him eat me. Like, that's what she said. Angeline was like, but the sweat, I was like, I asked for permission first. Here's why. So I have a fupa. I have the trifecta. So I have the fupa and I have, the mermaid thighs. The sweat there, it don't smell like Febreze. Like, it just sometimes, especially when you just woke out. Like, I did a striptease class. So sometimes I just drop my leggings and I even... I mean, eventually everybody does get used to the scent. But, sometimes you have some... It's just like sometimes when you poop, and you almost have to think to yourself, oh, God, now, what did I eat? What crawled into my bum? See, I'm dead. The same as that was, like, me in sweat. I'm just like... there could be a slight stench. And he was like, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, but I don't... Girl, I have that Lush powder. Like, now I know. And I only learned about the Lush powder from this summer. I'm so mad. Because that thing is alive. I love it. Like, I was like, this is... See, West Indians, like, when you're younger and you have the child with, like, the baby powder. All over my neck was baby powder. All over my neck. And, all around my body. That Lush product is take it to a next level, Next level. Next level things that when you really get up. And it's feeling silky and nice, as you move, it's just more silk and oh my God. It's like, and to know that it's less than like $20, I think. Boss Daddy's Freak, you know what? Do y'all mind? I'm gonna run and go get it. I'm gonna go get it. I'll go get it, y'all. It's not for. Oh my God. I almost fell out of my top. So it's silky underwear. Yeah, silky underwear. This thing, powder on the chest means you extra clean. Even when I see men with the powder on the chest, I get a little turned on. I'm not gonna lie. So it's a powder, but it has cocoa butter, and I'm pretty sure it has silicone. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so it's cocoa butter, and then it also has cinnamon alcohol, which is actually, even though it says alcohol, guys, it's moisturizing. Cornstarch, that's in it. That's what I was thinking. You sprinkle this in the trifecta, so between the thighs, under, like Mademoiselle said, under the fupa. I've actually walked to work in a skirt with no shorts on underneath and did not get chafing because of this. Because every time, like, and as you're sweating, because of that cocoa butter and the cornstarch, it just makes it even silkier, like, and it smells so damn good. It's Lush. That's That's the company, twin. Lush, Lush, and they are online. I actually bought mine from the online store. LushUSA.com is the website, it says, for y'all in the US. But oh my god, oh, this thing is life. This is life. So yeah, LushUSA.com. All one word. Or two words put together. But it's amazing. And actually, Mademoiselle, just because I love doing my makeup and always in like a warm climate where we're sweating all the fucking time, I've actually used this in Trinidad on my face when I'm playing mass. Not all over, but just in places that I know I'm gonna get insane amounts of sweat. Usually it's like my hairline, and across my nose. Yeah, so usually like this area and my hairline, I've actually put a little bit of this. Cause it's bomb, y'all. This is a holy grail. And the only thing I don't like is that it's powder, Jenna. I'll show you. The only thing I don't like is the bottle is it's the worst bottle they could have made for powder. Because y'all know, even when you get baby powder, you get a sifter. So I have to go to Dollarama. I'm actually going to go to the dollar store and buy a sifter. But it comes out as a powder. And so you'll rub it in. But, like, the more you sweat, even if I go wash my hands right now, as I'm trying to wash it off, it just gets silkier and silkier. It smells so good. I love the smell. It's like what would it smell like? Like a light floral. I would say it's a light floral scent, but it just feels so silky. Oh my God, even now. It feels so amazing. But yeah, it's just that the bottle does suck because it's one of those, like, y'all know, the pop top. So I have a lot of like extra spillage. I actually have to take it out in little bits, or I will put it on a cotton pad and dab it if I don't want to get it everywhere, because goddamn, it goes everywhere. And then try to put something black on. Afterwards. But yeah, it's amazing, and I'm pretty sure it's under $20. Pretty sure. It's also vegan. I don't know if Autumn's still in here, but Autumn, it's vegan product. So amazing. Silky underwear, dusting powder. It was actually sold out when I got it for the first time. You have a gel to powder cream that you use for chafing. See, I just love it because it starts off as the powder. And then as I was walking to work, I was like, my thighs are just like silk passing between them. This girl said, Mademoiselle said, FYI, Body Shop and Lush products are my fave. Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm just saying. I'm not a fan of the Body Shop anymore just because they're so overpowering. But Lush? Hit me with a Lush product. Not literally, because those Lush bombs actually hurt. But hit me with a Lush product. Lush product or a gift card to Sephora, because your girl loves Sephora. Your girl loves Sephora. Like, okay. Body Shop, you know what though, Mademoiselle? A Lush bath bomb is okay. It's bomb. It really is. Body Shop, body butters and scrubs. Jenna said lip scrubs. I make them. And like, if you have brown sugar or white sugar, depending on, brown sugar is, as you know, is like a lot, it's more grainier, so you can use that for your body. White sugar is really good for your face. And brown sugar I use for my lips just because I have horribly chapped lips, especially winter, which I fucking hate. But yeah, it's that and a coconut oil. Those two ingredients alone. And then you can add other stuff if you want. But those two ingredients, the sugar and coconut oil, and just getting the right consistency, homemade scrub. And I made some for my friends last year for Christmas, and I have some. I love it. It just smells so good. Brown sugar and coconut oil. I want some of your brown sugar. Like, and it smells, oh my God, you smell so good after it. That's the thing about a scrub. You smell so good after a scrub. And you just feel good. Like, I feel so good after, I feel so good after a scrub. Like, y'all look at, you know what's going to happen now. I'm going to leap. Mademoiselle, I put a little vanilla extract, and then I put like a couple drops of red food coloring because I wanted my friends to get that like mapley color. It made it more brown with the brown sugar, but Rhea coffee scrub. See, my thing is I don't drink coffee, so it's not in my house, but I do want to try a coffee scrub. I don't do as much scrubs for my face because I exfoliate once a day, so that's enough for me. But I have a Clarisonic, so I have the body attachment on that. I will use that for exfoliating. But coffee scrub I've always wanted to try because they say it's good for like tightening up. Tightening things in the right places. But yeah, a good coffee scrub. Love the smell of coffee grounds. I know a lot of people, my mom used to love the smell of coffee grounds. I'm more of a mask person, and especially with our winters here being just insanely damaging to your skin. And it's not necessarily like we live in a very humid city, but it's the fact that you're going from humidity outside to inside where it is dry and hot, because I don't freeze in. No one going to make me cold because I like to be naked. So my heat going to be on. That is why my father gave me, one Christmas, he gave me a heat. So I was really like, whoa. My dad bought me something that I would actually want? What? Like, I need to be warm. So I do a lot of moisturizing masks in the winter, and then summertime will be whatever, like whether it's, you know, I'm getting more pimples because I'm sweating more, so it might be a charcoal mask. But yeah, I don't do as much scrubs because I don't want no scrub. Scrub I can't get enough from me. Sidebar, y'all, I was never actually a fan of that song because there's some fine ass niggas that used to be sitting in the passenger side. I'm just saying. Sometimes you sitting in the passenger side because you didn't want to bring your car out. No, I actually knew one guy who, like, especially winter, he was like, the way the salt corrodes cars, like, nah, I'm not driving in my car. So yes, I will be the scrub in the passenger seat. That nigga was fine as hell. Like, I will talk to a scrub. Formula 1006 makes a real good face wash. What is that, Jenna? I don't know what that is. I actually have my moisturizing game is what I've stepped up on, because I learned from I guess like a, what do you call, why am I forgetting the term? Dermatologist. I learned from a dermatologist that the face wash is not the important part. You can always find something that can clean your face. It's about replenishing whatever it is that you need back after cleaning it. So even the same with shampoo. It's like you can find anything to wash your hair, but it's the products afterwards of retaining your moisture for us as Black women. That's what you want to focus on. So my face wash is like very basic. I think it's like the equivalent of Cetaphil. And then I use the Clarisonic for my like exfoliation every day. But my moisture gain, like my cream and my serum and my eye cream. Well, I don't have an eye cream. I just use caffeine under my eyes. I haven't been using it well lately, guys, so don't judge. But I use it under my eyes because I'm anemic, and due to low iron, I get dark circles under my eyes. Plus, most of y'all already know I don't sleep. I have insomnia. So I'm going to get like the bags under my eyes and the dark circles. So yeah, I use a caffeine solution under my eyes. And I know it sounds expensive, but I think it was like $6 from this company that just focuses on the actual like ingredients, as opposed to like making Lancome's cream with cocoa butter in it. They're like, no, we just take, these are the ingredients you'll need to make it yourself. So my moisture gain be on point, especially with this blasted winter, and that's why I stick to, they're a skin and body care company. Okay. I don't know why I was reading it. Like, I'm reading it now, and you did say formula blah, blah, blah makes a real good face wash. I read it as like, that's the name of the face wash. Crazy. But yeah, face masks, Mademoiselle, you know what's funny about that? My mom and I were talking about that. When I was growing up, my mom had me with the Pond's. The Pond's taking off at the end of, and that Pond's used to take off everything. Like, it would take off deceit. It would take off worry. It would take off anxiety. Like, Pond's cream, and then, you know, when you move up, it was Noxzema. It was me using Noxzema myself. But that, it's only because I learned I had combination skin and I couldn't take that cream in certain places. But the way a Pond's cream used to take off everything. Hey. And my skin was on fleek. And even though I hate it now, when I was younger and like actually liked Canadian winters, actually liked going out in snow, I know. My mama had the Vaseline on the face, like, and I hated it to this day. I hate grease on my face like that. To this day, I hate grease on my face like that. Like, but Vaseline, I mean, it probably saved my skin. Just like my mama said when I was a baby, she used coconut oil. She's like, the doctor tried to tell her, no, you should be using Jergens cream. I was like, I get coconut oil from Trinidad and that's what I'm using on my baby. So my skin could actually be a lot worse. I could have a lot more scars on my body from that fact. Grandma used Pond's and Noxzema. That's, see, like, black women were like, especially because a lot of black women had oily skin. My mom was like, the Pond's, that's the first step. And you never in your goddamn life go to bed with your makeup on. Like, my mom was like, I don't care what happens. Like, I don't care if you have to be propped up on the door to wash your face, but you put that Pond's or that Noxzema on your face and you get that makeup off. Like, that was key. And especially because as a kid, like, I did dance and I did ballet, piano. It's a lot of recitals and it's a lot of makeup. Heavy ass makeup. So yeah, it was, this is how you're getting it off. And the winters, Vaseline was, like Mademoiselle said, my mother shined me up. Like she said, I shine up my son. You were gleaming. And that glob of, and Vaseline didn't go, like, it really took time. Vaseline doesn't go into the skin. Like, it really doesn't. It sits there and just hangs out with you. It's like, ooh, you see what she did, girl? Yeah, I saw it. Bitch, can you get off my nose? Like, what? Guys, another hour has gone by. Can you believe it? To me, it goes by so quickly. I don't know if it's the same for y'all, but it goes by so quickly for me. Thank you, everyone who tuned in. We really did have great discussions about body image. And I think next week, unless you guys give me other suggestions, we may go into sexual assault and sex and just being comfortable with that. And sexual assault is going to be like, we going all in. We going all in with all the different types that it can be. So, and how do you even get back to being comfortable again with not even just your body, with somebody else being in there? It's crazy. So yes, and we will have chat after in our group chat. See you in the chat, twin. I got like 1 minute left on here, so y'all know I'm gonna like talk until it cuts off in my face. But yeah, next week, sexual assault, whether that's, you know, a drunken encounter you were not comfortable with, whether that's actual rape, we're gonna get into that, and how we deal maybe even with partners who have gone through that. That's what's gonna be our topic. But thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in, Miss Mo. And I know it's late for some people, so yeah, I'm just glad y'all stayed with me and chitty chatted, and we all learned something. I know I did. We all learned something. Adios, sayonara, au revoir, so long, farewell, alvidas and good night. I hate to go and miss this pretty sight. Do 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 do. So long, farewell.